Hi.
Hi, everybody,
Hey,
boy,
everyone.
boys and girls, and everybody, non-binary and people as well. We love.
Just hi, people.
Hi, people.
Hi, people. We
Um,
love you.
uh, hey, Travis.
Hi, John. Do you like this?
I do.
Do you
It's
like my
taking a
hair?
moment for my brain to like recenter into podcast mode. If you can't tell, I'm like,
No, it's totally fine. It's happening for me as well. Today's a weird day.
yeah.
Today is for sure a weird day. And I don't even know. It's not even because of my condition. I have bottle flu for all of you out there who don't know what
Is
that
that what they
is.
call it?
That's what I'm calling it.
Bottle
Um,
flu.
so I have bottle flu right now, which is, in, just like simple terms, a hangover. And it's totally fine. Everything's good
I,
except for
yeah.
except for that. And also, it's so fucking hot outside.
Yeah, I mean, last week we had the luxury of having it very rainy
I'm
because of
so
Hurricane
jealous.
Hilary Duff, but it lasted one day. Nothing
Ugh,
dramatic actually happened. People like lost their minds for no reason. And yeah, I guess
I'm so
now
jealous.
we're here, but now it's like fucking hot outside, so
Yeah, it really sucks for
I
everyone
can't.
out there and for
Yeah.
all of you censors. When we say the F word, we're not saying it with an F, it's a PH.
Do people
So
still
it's not
censor like that?
swearing.
Because I'm listening to a lot of podcasts where people just like stopped even caring and they still have ads.
No, well, that's not the point is YouTube hates the F word.
Oh, they demonetize.
YouTube hates the F word. And I don't know why, because I'm not joking. Every baby who's born knows it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
If
what
I
are
had
we?
a baby,
Are
that'd
we
be the
living in the
first word.
1950s?
Honestly, they want to take us back to the 50s.
Yikes. Um, ugh. Well, we're Mean Girls Interrupted.
We are, and we're a movie review podcast. So if you're new here, welcome.
I
So what we do is we spoil every movie we do,
yeah
always, no matter what. Spoiler alert. Second, we do a recap, and so we
yeah
like to tell you what happened, and then if we have fun facts to give you about the movie, we will. There
yes.
aren't any fun facts about this movie,
I
which
was gonna
I
ask you just now. I was like, I wonder if Travis
there
has
aren't any
found
fun facts.
any fun facts about the movie we are doing this week.
There are no fun facts about Heart of Stone,
I
which
figured after I pressed stop on the Netflix,
yeah,
it was I was just like, hmm.
nothing. And I like to look. I love knowing things about movies. I like behind the scenes drama, which is why, and we're talking about Heart of Stone, but I was thinking about this the other day on my commute home to work. Or so when we talked about that movie starring Florence Pugh,
Yeah.
directed by Olivia Wilde, which
Yes.
was called I Can't Remember. That's the
Don't
name
worry,
of it.
darling.
Don't worry, darling.
Yeah.
I want a movie based off of the behind the scenes tomfoolery that went
Yeah.
on. I want a movie on
I
that.
I mean, you could always like
And I
loosely
want
base anything. So it's like all you need is like the biggest burgeoning star in the
right.
world and Florence Pugh, and also have the director be like hiring her boyfriend, who happens to be the biggest star across
Yeah.
anything ever in the
Like one
world.
of the biggest male musicians and stars generally. I mean, his
Yeah.
star is freaking huge. I do love
His
Harry
movies,
Styles.
Harry Styles movies, though, kind of just like they just come and go, I guess. Like there's
He's
nothing
not a bad
really
actor, though.
true, but I mean, like for a person of his like star quality, like I don't know.
I
He's
don't
not
see a
winning
lot of
he needs to be winning those Oscars and he's not.
well, I just don't see. I don't think what he has chosen to do so far, not that they've been bad.
I know that he
Like,
went out for the role of Elvis and Baz Luhrmann said no to
that's
Harry
okay because guess
Styles.
what? Baz Luhrmann actually cast that movie like perfectly.
Yeah, Austin Butler was like I
I didn't even know who
really
he was before that movie.
I guess a Disney person. We did review Elvis,
We did review Elvis.
but I
And the thing
can't
is
remember what we even said.
I know I can remember that we all said acting phenomenal. It's
Yeah.
A plus acting. I'm not
Right.
kidding.
But it was the movie as a whole was
It
maybe
was
like a 6.
I that's the thing is like I don't think I would watch it again. It's interesting to
Oh,
know the story was okay, but like
yeah.
I'm sorry, we are talking about Heart of Stone, but the thing is we're talking like I don't know. I didn't look into behind the scenes on Elvis or these things, but what we were
Mhm.
talking about is like there's not a lot going on behind the scenes. The only interesting thing that I could find about Heart of Stone is that the
Gal Gadot's in it.
yes, well, it's also apparently on her motorcycle, which I didn't notice, there is a W to represent that she's Wonder Woman. So
Like we can
crossover,
forget,
but like we
we could
can't
ever
forget. I think
forget.
I'm going to tell you what, and
Yeah.
I actually think her name is pronounced Gal Gadot.
Oh,
Um,
oops.
no, I think it is. I always used to call her Gal Gadot, but I think it's Gal Gadot. She's 5'10. She is incredibly gorgeous. She also
Well,
won.
5'10" to you and me is still short.
It's still short, but I think like, I mean, 5'10, my sister's
That's
5'10.
yeah,
It's still pretty tall.
that's model status.
Yeah, like model status. She won Miss Israel in 2004.
Yes, that I
Also,
knew that. That's how she kind of like in
yeah,
2004?
2004.
How old is
She won Miss
she?
Israel. She's 38. She's 38.
Oh, she's our age,
Yes.
but like wildly more successful than we are.
And also so freaking hot. Like she is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. She is.
Yeah, I mean she can just like there I mean there was a shot of her like walking in the desert at one point from behind and I was like she's gorgeous. Walking
There's
away
nothing
in silhouette. And she's still
right.
gorgeous.
There's literally nothing wrong with this woman. She has
It's stupid is what we're trying
it
to
is.
say.
It's actually stupid how pretty she is. She's just like this. I don't
She
know.
hit the gene pool so hard.
John, she belly flopped into that gene pool in that gene pool.
We could call it a gene fool as well because
We
anybody
can
else who
call
was
it
in
gene
there
pool.
is like so she it's like she could not do anything else with her life except be a movie star.
There,
It's just impossible. Like with
you want to know what
can you
pisses
see
me
somebody
off
like Gal
about that?
Gadot? Can you see somebody like Gal Gadot working at Walmart?
Absolutely not, because I've seen the people who work in Walmart. I've worked in Walmart.
Yeah,
I'm one of
and
the people.
exactly. I mean,
I've worked in a Walmart McDonald's.
I've worked in a Walmart Vision Center.
Right. And I loved hanging out there. I mean, listen,
But
we're
I mean
not
like
trolls, John, but
we're not yeah,
she's
she's
not working at Walmart.
she's unreal. That face, I don't care. It's just and also it's not just the face, it's the voice. It's
It's
the
everything.
it's
The way
the
she carries
physique.
herself.
Yeah, the way she moves in any kind of frame at all. Like also the way she looks at a person is also like, whoa. Like everything about it is like she's just
Right.
like sex appeal.
Right.
It's
And I will say
crazy.
this. Okay. And now on the other end of the spectrum, not even other end of the spectrum when it comes to like beauty, I don't know who the actress is that plays alongside her, the one with the blunt bob.
The
John,
blunt.
I
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
living for her. She is gorgeous. I do not know who she is.
That's Jing Lusi. Sorry, yeah, Jing Lusi. She plays Yang. Is that who you're talking about?
She is, yes,
Yeah, she's gorgeous as
John.
well.
She is seriously so beautiful. And her haircut, okay, when they first showed her in her furry outfit in the beginning of this movie,
Yeah, I
that
didn't like the
furry
furry outfit though. I wasn't living for that because like she was wearing flats, and I thought that was really weird. We're gay, by the way.
yeah, definitely. No, okay, so I have to disagree. I thought she looked
Okay.
so good. I thought she looked so good, but and here's the reason why, because I think with that white fur coat that she was wearing and that blunt bob, I was like, holy shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, who is this? Who is she?
She's I think
Is she in anything else? Have we
she's
seen
in
her in
Crazy
anything?
Rich Asians, but it's like I mean, there's so many people in Crazy Rich
I
Asians.
love that. I
It's
love
a good
that
movie.
by the
It's a
way.
good movie. I
I
know
think
they're
that
doing
movie's
like,
really, really good.
yeah, I think they're doing like a sequel at some point in time. But I mean, she's kind of just like working her way out up, like obviously she's gonna be going into like bigger territory with a movie like this. Like I don't care how terrible it was. Not because it's like you're starring alongside Gal Gadot and also delivering on a performance.
They
Jing Lusi was like good.
they all delivered on performance.
Yeah, I would say so too. And like because it also stars Jamie Dornan, who obviously is from 50 Shades stardom, but Jamie Dornan, his other things I really like him in. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the
I know who he.
filmography.
I'm not familiar at all. I'm familiar with the face because serve and
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Also one of the most gorgeous people in movies and TV.
Right.
He was in a TV series called The Fall with Gillian Anderson
Oh,
a while ago. And I
another
watched
person who's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah. And I watched it over the pandemic and really liked it.
Did you? Because I wanted to watch it and I never did.
Yeah, it's like this cat and mouse cop versus or detective versus sociopathic serial killer.
Does he play a serial killer?
Yeah, and it's
I
really
knew
good.
it. I
It's
knew
good.
it.
It's good.
He
It's
has a
very, very
good.
good.
He has a good villain. He has like good villain face.
Yeah,
Very hard, sharp lines that people don't trust, but also want to get in bed with.
correct. Which is which leaves everybody extremely dupable.
Right. I mean, it's red flag central, but like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Jamie Dornan is Red Flag City, and we want to and population
And we want to move there. Yep.
Also, it stars Alia Bhatt. I hope I'm
This is her
pronouncing.
first Hollywood movie.
But yeah, but she was in RRR, which we also reviewed.
And loved, by the way.
We were living for RRR.
But
Yeah.
this is like her first major Hollywood movie. She's supposed to play a 20. Is she 20 or 22 in this? She's 30 years old.
She looks super young.
She looks very young.
Yeah, she's almost. I mean, I feel like maybe she's just shorter than everybody else, but maybe that's it.
But I mean, no, her skin is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, give me a break.
She's also a beauty. Also, she was delivering on the performance too, I would say, in this movie.
Everyone really did deliver on performance.
But
like I can't knock this movie for performance.
No, but everybody in this movie has experience on like an elevated Hollywood movie level, so that makes sense because Alia,
yes,
like her filmography is extensive in the Hindi Bollywood scene. Like she's been in a lot.
She's like big time. So she's big time. Like
she's
Bollywood.
a huge star, Bollywood, huge star. So that makes so much sense that she's in an international action thriller movie.
Look, I'm happy for her because I would actually very much like to see her in more things.
Absolutely, she came through with the thing and did stuff. And who else is in this thing? Nobody else important. So let's go on. So Heart of Stone is rated PG-13.
It's on Netflix currently.
Only on Netflix currently.
Yes, it's a Netflix original.
It's Yes, it's Netflix original. Also in Cahoots.
Is
or
Netflix
whatever.
trying to just gray man their entire like?
This is gray man for sure. Yeah. And this is the Skydance Media, which they did like Top Gun, and I believe they are now the Mission Impossible people. So this is like their bread and butter is these like international spy action thrillers, lots of money being thrown at things.
Which we don't even know how much this cost, but I can tell you it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, it looks expensive, but
it wasn't cheap for sure.
But at the same time, I guess we won't review it right now. But
no, we'll review it at the end. We'll get to the end of this.
It starts out very Mission Impossible, very Bondy with like their.
I thought the same thing. And I was like, I'm like, this is like not original. It was absolutely Mission Impossible because they have the long intro and then you get
the long intro
sequence.
Exactly. Like the long intro that you come into a spy mission,
Yep.
like you're getting to know all of your characters and who, what, and when, where, during like a high stakes spy mission at a very luxurious like ski party, I guess. And
It's like some chateau in the Alps of wherever. Is it Italy? Where is it supposed to
it
be?
literally doesn't matter like at all.
Yeah.
So, so you get to know all of your. It's a spy group, an elite spy group. With Gal Gadot as like the computer hacker,
Yes.
which doesn't really track with how she looks, which is really weird. So she's not a fighter; she's a hacker, right?
Uh, I guess. I mean,
That's what they're trying to tell us
yeah, they're
in the
like, she
movie.
can just hack anything.
Yeah, like, oh, poor little nerdy girl who looks like a 12 out of 10. Like, don't get involved in the shooting, just stay in the van.
Yeah, like as if her, right.
Which you know what this beginning sequence was also giving me True Lies. I thought of True Lies a lot during this movie.
You did?
I did
That's
because
I didn't think of True Lies once. I truly thought that this was just a ripoff from Mission Impossible, which I have now watched every single one of,
yeah,
except for
the new one.
the
Yeah.
flop currently in theaters.
Is it a flop?
It flopped, John. It
Did
didn't
it?
make it. Yeah, it didn't.
Ah.
Because it came out at the wrong time. We had Oppenheimer and we had Barbie, and it just
Yeah.
wrong time. But it flopped, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in two parts, so we'll see the next one.
Right. But he did lose money. Tom Cruise, who invested a lot of money, lost a lot of money on this
Well, I
current
mean,
one.
I don't know.
Anyway,
He
back
can't
to
win them
Heart of
all.
Stone.
Okay.
Right. You can't.
So, but yeah, it was giving me like with the whole like in the van, like there's always like and in the van here is like a person in an undisclosed area working like a super advanced computer system called the Heart.
Yeah.
Like that's the man in the van.
Yeah.
And so and True Lies had the man in the van at every turn.
I kind of feel like at this point, every spy movie has a man in a van. Mission
Yeah.
Impossible has a man in a van.
Yeah, it's always like this
Gray
white
man.
Yeah, it also has. It's always like
Gray
this
man in a van.
Gray man in a van.
That should be the sequel.
Gray
That should be
man
the
in a
sequel
white
name.
van.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure why that movie was called Gray Man at the end of it.
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
Who cares? They're all hot. Everybody's hot in action movies.
Crazy. And you know what? Talking about Gal Gadot in this movie, she could easily be interchanged with Ana de Armas.
Right.
Easily. Those two interchangeable.
It's weird that you say that. She's also freaking gorgeous.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's freaking stupid.
But what I can commentate on is Ana de Armas can probably win an Oscar.
You think so?
And was nominated for one for Blonde.
She was nominated for Blonde? Really? Did you watch that?
I half of it.
I didn't watch it. I remember we talked about it, and then I read some headlines and was like, I don't know if I'm gonna.
Right, but her acting chops are a little bit more elevated than Gal Gadot. I would say.
I want to say this before we get back into it. I don't think that the roles that she's chosen has really shown any sort of range, and that's where
she just does action movies.
Because and she's great at them.
Yeah.
I just really feel like I really want to see her, and I want to see her try to be ugly, and I don't think
right. But I mean, like she could still be like her gorgeous, beautiful self, and still really like push for like a nomination. Like Gal Gadot can do that, but I think she's purposefully not because I think that she just can't do it.
And that's okay.
She can't bring that level of acting.
And here's the thing too, though, is like I think I'm okay if she never does. I just want to see her be pretty and
just phone it
fast.
in and run fast, and also cut away to your obvious body like action stunt double. Did you catch those? Like
I didn't.
The cutaways.
I was not trying. I wasn't trying.
Anyway, so I guess the movie just it turns out everything goes really bad in this first mission, to the point where her team is at risk of like losing their objective. So she like she pretends like she's twisted her ankle and she has to stay behind and stay in the van. But whenever everybody goes away, it turns out she's a part of an even secretiver uh, organization that's a spy organization, that so her whole team doesn't know that she's actually a spy within a spy.
Yep.
And she is
the definition of meta.
Yeah.
So
her spy organization
Charter.
called? The Charter. And so she is also, her character's name is Stone. And the advanced computer system that can basically predict the immediate future in order to save the world or whatever is called the Heart. And so that's why this movie is called Heart of Stone.
Yeah. I like how they did that little tie-in. And is it weird that when I was thinking, okay, how are they going to tie this in? It's not giving.
It's not giving. And also it's like,
it's not giving.
There's this whole like a poker card motif going on.
Yeah.
Which was very interesting. So after she does her whole like super secret operative thing behind the scenes in the shadows, and she basically saves her whole team, she goes back into being secret, but she also pays a visit to the
Charter headquarters,
the Charter HQ, and it's all like super advanced, high tech, and a lot of people work there, and
yeah,
but it's all the teams are the Hearts, the spades, the diamonds, and the club.
Joker. There was a Joker at one point.
Yeah, and so it's all
there's
card.
kings and
yeah, she's like I don't know if she's a king or a queen. I don't know, an ace. I don't know. It's all very muddy and weird, and probably could have been left out of the movie altogether, I would say.
I actually didn't need any of that. It was like they were trying to introduce this element of like, wow, that's so cool. And like, yeah, the concept's interesting, but maybe just build an entire movie around that concept.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because at the end of the day, nothing pays off with that, with the card gambling thing. At least they try to, but yeah. Like I think Jamie Dornan at the end is like something like revealed his hand or something like that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Anyway, it's lackluster and dumb. And so yeah, so she's in this thing, and then they exposit the importance of the Heart computer system, which is it's very high tech and CGI, and this German dude, he controls it. He's sort of like the James Bond Q character, and they basically say like this machine here has the ability to like topple stock markets, blow up nuclear weapons, has access to trillions of people's digital information across the world, and is constantly calculating all the odds ever at any given time and whatever. And they employ this for good by making sure that other agencies succeed in their missions to make the world a better place.
Right.
I guess. And
yep, that is actually exactly what the point of the Heart is.
Correct. And but put in the wrong hands, it's gonna do a lot of bad stuff too. And so
it can do anything. It's virtually it has more power than God.
Yeah, exactly. And so my immediate thought whenever this was exposited ad nauseum with a lot of visuals and stuff, I was just like, so why don't they just make all of these other agencies obsolete and
exactly
just have your agents do the job?
What's crazy to me is like they don't even need agents because they have the power. Okay, so actually, let's just power through this because
The
I'm
logic,
actually
we can go deep into the logic flaw
because
for sure.
I really need to. I'm sorry, the what? The flogic?
The flogic.
Because girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of flogic in this movie for sure.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, because Alia Bhatt, she is a hacker as well, and she is
She
an
is a
agent
hacker.
that has gone rogue, and she is looking to thwart Gal Gadot at every turn. And it turns out to be she's teaming with Jamie Dornan, who is a part of Gal Gadot's team, and through a pretty good action sequence, I would say.
They have pretty good action sequences in this
Yeah.
movie. They really
Yes.
do. They're
The
not,
action is high. Yeah.
and the action's not bad.
Action's not bad. It's like really good. And so this kill team kind of like bombards, ambushes Gal Gadot and her team in their little safe spot. And
Cute
yeah.
apartment too. Flat, if you want to call it that. I think that's what it's
Yeah.
called there.
It was cute, but I mean like probably just like a one bedroom for 4 people. I don't think so.
I mean, depending on
You know what you're into.
what you're planning on doing.
Right. And who's sleeping where.
Yeah.
Which they were kind of like they started like dancing and stuff, which was really interesting. Like they were like letting loose to Lizzo. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I do. And I was like, this is strange. Like, this
Uh,
is a weird moment.
Whenever somebody turns on that particular Lizzo song, I can't really remember what it is. It's like one of her super upbeat ones. And I'm like, well, they're all upbeat, but I mean, so yeah. Anyway, so my point is like to break the tension and loosen up. Her what's her friend Yang puts on
Yang.
Lizzo and is
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, this is my song, and I'm like, no.
Mm,
Like out of all the songs, this is your song to let loose to.
yeah.
Very basic.
I think that's what the song is called. Like loose, like blame it on the goose. What is it? Is that
Oh
the one?
right, loose
It's
is in the
got
title. Yeah.
something. I don't know. I don't know her discography. I'm sorry.
Yeah, currently possibly skirting the line of being canceled right now, that Lizzo.
Yeah, yeah. Oof. But we're not touching on that. Let's
No,
continue.
we'll wait till the trades drop some
Yeah.
more news. We'll see how she
Right.
fares, is what we'll say.
Yeah.
We'll see how she fares, what comes to light in the near future. We'll see.
We shall.
But anyway, so during their letting loose, the kill team ambushes them, and like a Stone has like this super high tech like diamond earring thing that she uses to communicate with the charter. At
Yeah.
apparently like they're on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Kind of like what's that button inside of cars? OnStar.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
dated?
That one. I don't do.
Do they still
Is
have
OnStar still a thing?
I don't know. I know
I
our
haven't seen an
Subaru still
OnStar.
has a button that you push for roadside assistance. Yeah.
Maybe they just like merged with roadside assistance. Like they just decided to rebrand as roadside
Yeah.
assistance.
Which is the charter is her roadside assistance. So she just presses a little button in her ear, and then she's like online with an agent immediately. And he's like, look, so the heart's saying that you have like zero possibility of survival. So you got to jump out that window and let your whole team die. So she does it
Yeah.
first, but then she's like, I gotta go back. She goes back, and so she saves them without the heart's help. And yeah, because she like throws away the device,
What does she do?
but she's still able to calculate odds like a master,
I
which
can't
was
actually
really
remember what she did. I guess it's irrelevant. She goes
anyway.
back in and she miraculously saves every single person.
Yeah, and they're like, "What? Our weird nerdy computer hacker can fight and shoot people? Crazy!" And they're like, "You got to talk." Once they're at safety, and then she comes out of the closet and says that she's a charter agent, and they're like, "We knew it." And then Jamie Dornan immediately kills the other two and is like, "Surprise!
Yep.
I was waiting for this the whole time because I'm looking for charter."
I didn't clock it. I did
Yeah,
not clock it for
I
real.
didn't.
I had no clue. I was like, that's as far as twists go, this was kind of a good one.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at the twist. I have to say, I was like, you know what, great.
They did well with it because I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, cool. Like characters we care about dying at the midpoint
I
is really good.
know. I felt so bad though because you knew that orange little tabby cat was going to be left alone.
Oh, right.
Anyway,
They just throw it away.
yeah.
So they yeah, so she's like basically implanted with this device that's meant to hack into the heart whenever like they inevitably take her to, heal her because she's injured or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, because Jamie Dornan injures her real quick, puts poison on a knife, poisons
Yeah.
her, and then implants a thing into her. And that's when the charter picks her up and takes her back to headquarters, which is a
HQ.
huge mistake because just take her to a fucking hospital.
True. Yeah. But
Like literally just take her to a hospital.
yeah, so it turns out the
Because here's the
plot.
thing, this is what bothers me about that is like, A, where is the headquarters? Wouldn't it be easier to just do a makeshift hospital somewhere in a dark alley and then give her whatever you need? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, a logic. Sorry, let's keep
Logic.
going.
There's a lot of logic, but the thing is, the logic happens so fast and so much that the brain's not really picking it up until you start really thinking about
When
it.
you start processing what you've watched, you're like,
Like, but I don't know. Okay, we're just hitting plot points now. Like that's really what we're
I'm
doing.
not gonna interrupt you anymore. I'm gonna let you plot point all the way to the end so we can just talk about
Plot points go from okay, Alia Bot and Jamie Dornan are working together to take control of the heart computer system so that they can do their own version of good because they think the charter is actually not such a great organization after all because they are very much an end justifies the means type of company, which we get into with other legs of this organization, which include the guy from Law and Order, and weirdly enough, Albert Nobbs.
And also, can we talk about Miss Thing? Um, Come on now, cheekbones for days. A super underappreciated. Should have already won an Oscar. What's her name?
Albert Nobbs.
No, 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 no. There's another one.
No, that's Albert Nobbs. I'm telling
It
you.
is.
Oh yeah, it's Albert Nobbs. Have you seen it?
No,
Albert Nobbs starring Glenn Close.
I haven't watched Albert Nobbs.
But you're talking about Glenn
I
Close.
am talking about Glenn Close. Her name escaped me for 2.5 seconds.
Well, I just see her as Albert Nobbs, and she's serving Albert Nobbs with
Do
that
I need to
bob.
watch that?
No, but
I love her A-line haircut. She is serving butch realness.
yeah, which I liked. It was good.
I love Glenn Close
But
too.
how
I'm
much did
not
she cash in just for her like two scenes?
her 2.5 seconds in this movie.
It's
She's
weird.
severely underappreciated. I'm not kidding.
I would say so. Did you ever watch Damages, the TV show? You should. It's on
No, but I was
FX.
thinking about it when I watched this and I was like, John loved Damages.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing that came into my head. I was like, John used to love Damages. I love Glenn Close. Maybe I
Yeah.
should watch Damages.
Damages is good up until like their final season because I think they like jumped
Oh
networks
no.
or something like that. I think no, they were canceled and then brought back, and that's never a good thing.
No, when you get
Uh
brought back after being canceled, just stay canceled.
yeah,
I
unless
mean,
you're a family guy.
Arrested Development, give me a break.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Absolutely
atrocious.
not.
An atrocity.
One
That
of
was
the
that was also Netflix
truly
doing.
one of the worst
Yeah.
revamps.
Also, with every
I'm sorry.
even with
no.
the original characters, everybody was
didn't
brought
work.
back.
It didn't work.
It was
It was
just
bad.
tonally a piece of garbage.
Right. It was bad. Okay. Back to Heart of Stone.
So, anyway, I knew that I know that I promised to deliver on only plot points, and I'm sorry.
That's okay. And I also promised only to keep my fucking mouth shut, and I didn't.
But welcome to Mean Girls Interrupted.
Where I'm always just
no,
doing something.
It's you and me both, and I think that we're in it together. We're in it together. We're in it to win it. and we can't we
We are
didn't come
banter baddies. We love to freaking talk.
banter baddies, and we didn't come here to make friends
No.
or get viewership.
We hate
um,
consistency and doing the thing we promise you we're going to do,
yeah.
which is talk about a
But you know
movie.
what? We do follow the podcast rule number one: have a format.
Our format is just do whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, so Alia Bhatt and Jamie Dornan, they are coming for the heart thing, and they get it. They get
They
it.
do.
They do it
In a pretty
because
cool sequence. This
yeah,
cool scene.
yeah, because it turns out the heart, the actual computer device thing, which I've never seen a USB like this before. It is a hard drive looking weird cylinder thing that is being kept in a blimp.
How many terabytes do you think that little ass hard drive has?
I mean, I don't know. I have
That's an unbelievable amount of
big.
storage on that thing.
I mean, also, what if you know? How stable is that? You know,
I don't
how
know.
how stable is it?
Not, I mean, it can't be that stable.
And how much electricity has to go in and out of that thing? I mean, because you have to have a power source for a hard drive. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And you know that's not going to be iOS compatible at all. I mean, is it Mac? Is it Apple? What's the operating system here?
Lenovo.
Yeah.
It's a small Lenovo
Yep.
laptop.
But like the heart itself is like this cylinder. It's this glass cylinder that looks very ornate. I'm like, wow, they really went for style points with the design here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
It's
great. That'd be great if they showed
form
up.
over function.
Yeah. But so it's being kept in this like glass blimp, like in the stratosphere.
Yeah.
So they take a helicopter that high, which I thought was logic. Can
Yeah.
helicopters go that high?
I legit have no clue. I've never even been in a helicopter. I saw one flying a couple times, and that's it. That's all I know is
Yeah,
they
it's so
exist.
I don't know. It's weird to me. But anyway, so Gal Gadot, even though she's a rogue agent, she is coming to intercept Jamie Dornan and Alia Bhatt. They meet on this blimp and they duke it out over the heart, which is unplugged, it's offline, and Alia Bhatt and Jamie Dornan get away with it, and they
Yeah.
take it to a place.
They try to.
Yes, they
They
do.
try to, but then Stone, she jumps onto that rope that's swinging and hanging from that helicopter after the blimp blows up. She cuts the line and they free fall into a desert somewhere,
Yeah,
somewhere.
right. They do have a Chiron, new word.
Yeah.
They do have a Chiron very briefly, and I was like, oh, wait, where are they?
I don't remember. I
Yeah.
truly can't remember where any of this movie takes
Yeah,
place.
but they are walking in the desert and
Mm-hmm.
they have to work together because Alia Bhatt, her intentions are actually kind of good.
Yeah, they're not terrible.
Yeah, it's just she has been misguided, misled, whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
And it turns out with her hackeriness, Alia Bhatt has basically programmed the Face ID, the biometrics. So it has to have her biometrics to access the heart. So Jamie Dornan is shit out of luck at this point.
A fail safe. She's created a fail safe because they wouldn't
Yeah.
have come back for her otherwise. They need her alive.
Yeah.
And that's it.
True. And so that's how they both come to work together to get to Jamie Dornan, which they do. And then Jamie Dornan uses Alia Bhatt uh, to start up the heart and gain control of it, in which case he uses immediately to kill the people who have wronged him, which
Right.
include Albert Nobbs by dropping
Yeah.
the elevator on Albert Nobbs, and then another guy. Oh yeah, and then like he seals off this bunker that the charter has like retreated to for some reason, and like he seals it off, and then they're like, "Oh no, we only have an hour's
60
worth."
minutes worth of air.
Yeah, I'm like, that seems like there should be some kind of a fail safe.
But also, like, that bunker was huge, and there wouldn't only be an hour's worth of air left in
Yeah.
a closed off bunker.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just super quick, if we're going to talk about the amount of air that was in the submarine that unfortunately capsized and
Oh, right.
imploded, they had way more air in that tiny vessel that was controlled by an Xbox controller than these people in a bunker. Give me a
Yeah,
fucking break.
right. But I mean, we need that ticking clock. Talk about logic.
Like, right. That is the most unbelievable thing out of this movie.
Yeah,
And
but
there's
not,
a lot
but
of unbelievable
yeah,
bullshit in here.
I was gonna say, because it does get way more unbelievable as the fight for as Gal Gadot's fight with Jamie Dornan to gain control of the heart goes down. So there it's just basically a hand-to-hand combat thing, and then
Right. Mhm.
Alia Bot's like, hey, Jamie Dornan, you're not such a good guy, and so I'm going to turn on you in the last minute, and she does, and she ends up gaining control of a handgun, slides it over to Gal Gadot, who just shoots him twice, and he's dead.
Yep.
And then she gains control of the heart again, and that's basically the end of the movie. But did she do it in time to save her charter cohorts?
Dun dun
She
dun.
calls a landline
She does call a landline.
to make sure.
Not even, John, not even just a landline, but for those of you out
Rotary.
there who are too young to know what a rotary phone is,
Let's
a
break it down.
rotary phone.
What is a rotary phone for those who are of the younger persuasion?
It's a blunt force object, and you could swing that into somebody's head and do some serious damage.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say about a rotary phone.
And a rotary phone has been known to be used as a weapon in movies, and you always get that satisfying that internal bell going off.
It is. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, which doesn't happen in this movie, but
No,
it does ring. Um, and I thought it was kind of funny whenever her like the charter boss.
I was just about, Sean.
Like,
I'm so happy that you
what do you
also.
think I'm gonna say? What do you think I'm gonna say?
That it's also so wild that it was like she was taking a tiny little nap and she answers the phone and it's like, we're good.
Yeah.
But like they were literally dead.
They were all dead and dying from lack of oxygen, which I think even if like the oxygen comes back in, you're not going to just immediately come back to life because your body has shut down.
Exactly. And you want to know what I thought immediately? Right when she woke up, okay? I was like, her headache has to be insane.
Yeah, but she's
that
just like,
lack of
hello.
Right. She hasn't slept better in her life.
Yeah, and then she's like, is everybody okay? And then she looks over at the German dude who's like, yep. No casualties. No one has died.
No, he's doing jumping jacks in the corner. He's like, I'm fine.
He's like, cool. I've had oxygen for like less than 1 minute. I'm good. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with my internal organs.
Nope.
My lungs are totally chill. My brain is functioning 110%.
Yeah, I haven't lost a single brain cell.
Yeah, logic.
So and that's the movie.
That's
Heart
the
of
movie,
Stone.
Heart of Stone, but they tee up a new there's a new charter team involving like Alia as the woman in the van. Gal Gadot is like now the front runner action hero, and the German dude is there.
Yeah, so he is Simon Pegg. He's basically Simon pegging his way through this.
Get Simon pegged.
Yeah, I got Simon pegged. Have you been pegged?
Simon pegged.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's basically Mission Impossible, but like less thrills.
Yeah, like it's almost like it's trying to just do the bare minimum of an action movie.
Yeah.
It's almost like whenever I press stop, I was just thinking to myself, this movie I've seen 100,000 times throughout my lifetime, which is weird.
Just with different faces.
Different faces, just, everything's very much recognizable as that spy action thriller, high octane situation.
But like no substance.
it's not elevating itself. It's
No, I
and
think it was exactly what it was meant to be. A Gray Man was far better than this, and Gray Man follows the same format.
yeah,
The
and Gray Man,
formula is
yeah.
exactly the same.
Yeah, and like isn't Gray Man like notably like really expensive movie? It's like
So expensive. The Gray Man is so expensive.
yeah, but also manages to be 100 times more stylish than this movie in terms of like what they're wearing. You know
And
what I mean?
and also jokes that landed because they tried some jokes in this one, and John, they were all
Right.
misses.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I think Gray Man is also rated R, whereas this is PG-13, if I'm not mistaken.
Can we
Like
just
they
stop
went
making
there.
PG-13 movies?
Yeah, it's like this here you have like anonymous people being shot and killed, but like there's no real like gore or realism to it. It's just like
Mm-mm.
shoot 'em up, bang bang kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
we saw two patches of blood once on
yeah,
Jamie Dornan's dead body on his on I don't know his cardigan.
on his cardigan, which were they were also like underneath the cardigan, and the
Yeah,
cardigan wasn't really torn at all.
no,
And also, but you also get like Gal Gadot being strangled, which read as porny to me, which was weird.
yeah, it was a
Did it
little
for
bit
you?
like, yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, it was a little bit um like BDSM ish.
Yeah, a little bit fantasy, I would say. The fantasy version of Gal Gadot being strangled. Or
It
was that
just
just like
wasn't.
my sick mind being like, ooh. But I can see like some straights in the executive status of this movie
Oh,
being like,
loving it.
yeah,
Yeah. I wasn't doing that for me. I just also was like, she has Chun-Li legs and she has Dalsim arms. Like this bitch would not be strangled.
no,
Period, plain
no,
and simple.
mm-mm.
Not at all.
No, not one bit. Like she would just that wouldn't be happening.
It's not going to happen. And I know they have to do it, but it's like there has to be another way. There's
Yeah,
just
strangulation. An elite
it's not working.
by action person is going to allow that to go down.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Oh, did you see the light magically turn on in here?
Oh, nice. For those who are uh
Watching this at
watching
home.
this on YouTube, how did that
My
happen?
because we never when we got our brand new fans years ago.
Yeah.
We actually never set the channels so that our bedroom light when it turns on also turns on my office light,
What?
and I
Crazy.
don't like it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's more interesting than this
Oh, with the
movie.
you have a remote control.
Yep. So this
Very.
light will turn on anytime.
This whole conversation should have been like a segment in Heart of Stone, where it's like she's expressing her annoyance at like something internal in her house.
Yep.
But anyway, that's Heart of Stone.
That's Heart of Stone.
It was really dull, boring, just forgettable throwaway
Yeah.
movie
It wasn't
starring
good. It's
yeah.
not a good movie. I'm sorry. They spent money. I thought that the actors all did a great job. I really do. I just don't.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
This was not good.
Mm-mm.
Um
No, 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 no.
there were so many flawed elements in this, and I know that we waited to talk about the flaws until the end, but I also think there's too many to name.
Yeah.
And there's too many to get through. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh, I know it's so
if you want to
hard.
watch a movie, if you want to watch a movie that has
This is a
Liz
background movie.
Lizzo's Juice as a song in
Yeah,
there,
this is
which was hilarious to me. So they were listening to Lizzo's Juice,
mhm.
dancing to it even, and
Yeah.
then the ambush occurs by so a
Talk
flashbang.
about foreshadowing.
Yeah. So a flashbang comes through the window, and they all have a second to like clock what it is and not react. And as soon as that flashbang goes off, you know what it also does? It also turns off the stereo.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because it's immediately like no more music
Okay, it would have been hilarious to have a fight scene to
over
Lizzo.
Lizzo's juice.
Just to Lizzo, because I'm now imagining like there was a playlist happening, and now I just wanted the playlist to happen. That would have made it so much more entertaining.
Yeah, but
It was a
that's
good
what.
fight scene, but it would have been more entertaining.
Yeah, but this is like such an earnest attempt at making an action thriller. It's not like The Gray Man where it is self-aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is not self-aware.
Yeah, I don't know how
Um,
we got into comparing the two, but I guess we have to.
we have to. They're both Netflix action movies, both
Yeah.
who I'm sure spent a ton of money on not just the cast, but also making this movie. It didn't, there's no way it cost as much as The Gray Man, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can compare them because they sit on the same platform as originals. They're trying to do this weird action thing and it didn't work. Why not just put Gal Gadot in the next Gray Man and have her? It like, why do we need to now have a new action hero?
Yeah.
I
Well,
just,
you can't have Gal Gadot and Anna de Armas in the same movie. That just
I think you
can't
can. I
happen.
mean, the beauty overload would be insane, but now I want it. And I also want one of them. I just, I don't know,
Are we
dude.
fan
This isn't,
casting the next Gray Man, Anna de Armas,
I'm fan
and
casting it. Yeah.
yeah, and then
I like the
they
Gray Man. I'll watch the next one. I thought the Gray Man was fun.
yeah, it was fun. It was also funny, and everybody was not bad to look at.
They were all super hot. I was so living for them.
It was thirst trapping for sure.
Oh, they were thirst trapping hard. Speaking of hard, somebody was watching that movie. It wasn't me.
Somebody,
Somebody, but it wasn't
somebody,
me.
unknown person. We don't know. We just assume somebody was.
I'm definitely assuming that happened for someone. Um, okay, so out of 10 broken TVs that Yang gets thrown right into,
Yeah, they
I'm
rough
gonna
her
give
up. It
this.
was crazy.
Listen, I don't know, dude. Three. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
explain any more into it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's already we're reaching or we're like reaching to continue talking about it, I'd say. It's
Yeah,
it's I would say it's just bad, and I don't care how many millions of dollars they spent on it. Like,
yeah.
cool, great
No,
job.
four. I'm taking a four because they did go back and they rescued the cat. Four for that.
Oh, they did, didn't
They
they?
did rescue the cat. So the cat wasn't left alone. If you want to watch this movie, you'll know what we're talking about. So I'll
Yeah.
give it a four only for that. But that's because
Mhm.
like I love my cats and I would be have been so bummed had they let that poor
Yeah,
cat
you know,
die.
I love your cats, but I don't love cats. So I'm gonna go
I
with a three.
Oh,
I,
also because Glenn Close did make an appearance, who, by the way, I do love.
I kind of hated that she made an appearance, to be honest with you. To be
So
honest with you, I was like, wait, what?
I feel like they
No.
tried to give her a bigger role and they realized we're gonna have to dump this bitch into an elevator and drop that elevator.
Yeah, but she gets her final send off moment where she looks directly into the camera, knowing
Yeah,
exactly what's going on. I'm like, girl,
right.
say
Yeah,
goodbye to your
that's
family that's dying with you. Don't look at the
right. She
security
turns around.
camera.
She no, for real. She was like, well,
She just shrugged. She's like, try it.
her entire family died in that elevator.
Yeah, and she just looks at the security camera. Like,
I
girl,
do want to say this, and I do want the only logic that wasn't flawed in this is like I was team Jamie Dornan
me too.
all the way up until well, pretty much everything when he was killing innocent people, he was right. They have all the power in the world and they're not killing crazy dictators. They're not destroying it. They don't need a million people working in there. They only need the German man
Yeah.
to basically be like, you know what? This guy sucks. He's going to try and kill a lot of people. I should kill him first because I have the power with the heart. The
Yeah.
end. The end.
The end.
It
Jamie
makes
Dornan wins.
no sense. Jamie Dornan was not wrong.
No, he wasn't wrong. And I mean, I do appreciate that they tried to do that whole like, oh, you understand what the antagonist's whole motivation is and you sympathize with the antagonist. But
I agreed
also,
with him the whole time. I was like, he's right.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, but we're supposed to be
You
on,
will. Oh,
yeah. I mean, if you, what would you do with the power to do that? I would immediately get out of geopolitics immediately. I'd be like,
I'd free
nope.
everyone in North Korea.
Yes.
First off, like everyone in North Korea, I would help, which
Yeah.
they could easily do. They could, I mean, the thing is like he's
Yeah. I would give everybody on Earth because the
money, 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 money.
I would give everybody $1 billion.
Right. I'd give everyone some money because,
Yeah.
girl, this whole not being able to survive and the struggle,
Yeah.
I would do that for sure.
Yeah, which would be its own brand of chaos. You know what I mean? Because everybody would just
Amazing.
buy, and like there would be everything would just be flying off the shelves until there wasn't anything anymore.
Jon Snow would be worthless, which I,
Yeah, everybody would be walking around with a Birkin,
yeah,
and
all of these things would be absolutely worthless. The things that we all covet, nothing would matter anymore. And it would be
no,
amazing.
and it would just like it would that would be my I would not do my whole vendetta, kill Albert Nobbs, drop her out of drop her down an elevator shaft. Wouldn't do that. I would just, first things first, everybody's bank account gets $1 billion, no questions asked, doesn't matter who it is,
Yeah.
and then see what happens next. But I would
John,
I
that's
would
not bad. Let the chaos happen all by on its own. Like, don't
yeah,
create it. You create it in the form of now very filled bank accounts.
exactly. And suddenly there's like 10 million Elon Musks doing the same thing.
Oh no.
I think
Everyone all creating X. Like
exactly. Or everybody would immediately try to go to Mars and then just die because there's nothing there. But I
go
don't know.
have fun. If you really want to go to Mars, go. We're not stopping you.
Yeah, it's like stop talking about it.
I would
Please
love
do
for
it.
I would love for the people who want to go to Mars to go because I feel like they're the ones who might be the problem.
Yeah.
So you can go.
And it's a really high risk factor of like getting there and never being able to come back. So
I,
I don't
I
know. Let's just give it
send
a
a
try.
postcard. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're never gonna know unless someone does it first. So you guys be the ones
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah. I bet like secretly Elon Musk and all of them are sending people ahead of them
Do you think
as like,
do you think he showers?
I would say probably only after a sex party.
Because he doesn't strike me as the type of person who is very hygienic. I don't
He's
know
probably
why
one of
he
those
gives
that
me like dirty vibes, but he does. He gives me like dirty, gross straight man vibes.
he gives me one of those like royalty kind of vibes, like
Like
royalty of the
musky.
world, like Elon Musky, but like it's like uh right, that would, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but if he had a fragrance it would just be called Elon Musk.
I don't even know what that would smell like.
Elon's Musk.
Like you know how when people have very large lawns and they get their grass cut, and you
Yeah,
have to put those clippings into a black bag and they sit for a while,
yeah,
and
they
then
start
when
to
you open the
ferment.
bag, that's what I imagine it smells like.
You just get a face full of Elon Musk.
Yeah, just rotted grass
I mean,
clippings.
good for Grimes. She definitely got a face full of Elon Musk and she's winning.
Oh, is she though? Because I don't
Or
know,
is she a
dude.
prisoner of her own making?
I think on that one,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I
That's what
don't
I
know.
think.
She's just crazy enough to enjoy it.
I love her music though. I love
Yeah.
Grimes. I'm not kidding. I love Grimes.
You know what?
Um,
Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, her music is good. And
her music's good.
she doubles down, digs her heels into way too hard on like the fantasy dark fairy electro fairy thing. But I'm
I'm
still kind
convinced
of
she actually is. I don't even think she's like digging into a fantasy. I truly believe she's from a different John. She's not a human.
she's a time traveler,
I don't think
interdimensional
she's.
being.
I really don't. I think she is. I think
Yeah.
she's interdimensional. I think so is Elon Musk. I don't know what the hell they're up to.
Right. And they've seen so much all at once that they're now just here
Trying to decompress.
sort of like nihilistically living their opulent lives because they know nothing matters. Like they
Right.
know the secret of the universe is that everything does not matter.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that this movie was a waste of money.
Oh, right. But it brought us together here on a Sunday morning, which is whenever we
It
record
did a beautiful
Mean Girls
Sunday.
Interrupted. Beautiful Sunday morning. I always look forward, no matter how shitty the movie, to sit
It's my
here with
favorite day of the
Travis.
week.
Me
Yes,
too.
because I love John. He's my best friend, and any of you out
Besties.
there who are trying, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. But also, we have, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should definitely like, comment, subscribe.
We have our
Um,
bestie pins.
We have our bestie pins, which is a pearl. Travis got these from the A24 website. It's a pearl lacquer pin, and it's just pearl laughing and smiling
And crying.
and crying.
It's laugh crying.
Yeah, she's laugh crying in a really disturbed way, and I love it.
Me too. It's the best thing. It's so good. And we share them.
And Travis,
and also, I got you another gift that we're sharing, and it's not on its way yet. It's a pre-order.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate that you're
gonna love
gifts.
it. No, because I also get them for myself. Don't worry about it. I'm like, we're going to share this because, and you're going to live when you get it. It's not expensive. I promise. I'm not out here buying insane shit. Okay, it's something that I saw this and I was like, I have to have this, and I can't live with John not having this.
So, is it something that I shared on our Instagram?
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
It's not. But John, let me tell you, if they made that in a tall, you better believe I would be wearing a know me, you don't know me t-shirt.
Oh yes, you don't know me.
That's what they have to put that. You don't know me.
So good.
I think that's also isn't that like a documentary? Is a you don't know me?
There is. I think that is it.
Is that what it is?
I believe so. It's a play on the name Know Me.
Know Me.
And it is the Showgirls documentary.
They really do need a You Don't Know Me t-shirt, but also in tall, because I'm tall and so is John, and we need stuff that's going to fit past our waist and not be boxy.
Because what I can't handle is having to order a medium with my tall body, and then as soon as I wash it once, it looks like I'm wearing a crop top.
Do you know that I haven't and will not ever dry another shirt. All of my shirts got hung up now because I am so scared when I get the right size shirt for it to go up to my belly.
I have started doing that, and it's a problem for tall people. Like, why do they shrink up? Why do they shrink up?
I will never dry another t-shirt. Why can't I just use a fucking dryer?
Yeah, because I also want that dryer sheetness to my shirts, but I can't get it because I have to hang everything up now.
I want it to smell like Bounce or Gain. I want to
Bounce and Tide all the way.
So
Heart of Stone, everybody.
Yeah. Do we want to do, is there a review, like a Rotten Tomatoes of this?
Because it gets a 29% over at Rotten Tomatoes, 29%.
Accurate.
A 54% audience score. So even like the Netflix
I was a 4. You were correct.
Cool.
I was correct in the beginning with a 3, but I changed it because of the
At heart, you were correct. In your heart of stone, you were correct.
In my heart of stone, I was correct, but because the living cat.
Yeah, you got a soft spot for the cat. But in my fantasy world, I would like to have seen a shot of that cat getting caught in the crossfire, and it just it trying to leap out the window, and then a machine gun just and shreds it midair.
Oh no, that
would have been a 7 for me.
Honestly, that would have really been tragic, but it would have been like the twist. You never saw it coming. Yeah,
but also that would have happened in Gray Man and been hilarious.
It would have been hilarious because it would have meant for it. We also, last week, we forgot to do our Rotten Tomatoes for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't think it matters.
I don't think it. No, we read the critics' consensus. No, wait, that was cruel.
We didn't. We didn't do any. We didn't do a critics' consensus on Guardians. So if you guys want to know, you're gonna have to look it up because I didn't.
But that's like our whole format. We always do the. We
always forget about the Rotten Tomatoes.
So the Rotten Tomatoes here, the critics' consensus is Gal Gadot remains an entertaining action star, but
yes, she does.
But she's no match for Heart of Stone's thinly written characters, generic plot, and rote set pieces. True.
Yay! We touched base on all of these because
shit. Heart of crappy movies.
Shard of Stone.
Shard of Stone.
Shard of Stone. Good. Girl, this was not it. Logic abound. This movie sucks.
Yeah, Shard of Stone, a bastard sister of Sharon Stone.
I guess, have we done it again?
We have done it again. And if you'd like to hear more from us, go on over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You need to follow the podcast to be reminded of the next episodes.
That's correct.
Make sure you're in that auto download. You can delete it later, but it helps. And leave us a review, 5 stars only, please.
Yeah.
And also, rate us 5 stars and then give us a review, which is like words and stuff. You can like give us
go to YouTube.
Words. And
go to YouTube and just follow us. You don't even have to. Obviously, we would love for you to like the videos, but we get that if you ever have to go back to your library and things get watered down, go follow us. Like it if you like it.
Yeah. And also follow us on Instagram. Mean Girls Interrupted. And is the handle there? And
I was slacking. I slacked hard this week on Instagram. I'm so sorry.
It's so hard to keep up with like the consistency of Instagram, but we're always posting there and things like that. So
well, I've been kind of obsessing over a coloring book. So you guys, I'll have a coloring book you can buy. I'm going to show you later. Yeah. It's as John says, my magnum opus.
I believe personally, this is Travis's magnum opus. I am getting little blurbs here and there throughout the week about it. And I just don't think the world even knows what's about to happen to it as soon as you release this coloring book.
So I hope you guys are all ready for a very adult coloring book.
I mean, if there was ever like an Oscars for coloring books, this would be a front runner for me.
So I hope you guys, when it's released and ready, there will be a link. And also I'm going to talk to John about us potentially doing a Mean Girls Interrupted coloring book. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but it'll be something that will live on our website. And it's something that him and I can share funds with.
Right. But also if you guys have any ideas of what that would be, let us know in the comments or whatever.
I'm definitely, and this is not a joke, and for all of you out there, love him or hate him, you can do whatever you want because it's none of my business. I'm going to be making a Donald Trump mugshot coloring book, and there will be 1 page.
Oh, that's hilarious!
And I will be selling it for $9.99.
And then you're probably going to get like a cease and desist from his merch team because he already has merch. It's so stupid.
Everybody has merch from his mugshot, literally everyone. And guess what? He doesn't own the rights to that photo.
True. It's
so
public.
Technically, anyone can use it. So guess what? Cease and desist my ass for it because I'm making a coloring book with your face on it.
Yeah, you terrible, horrible person.
So there you are, and that's it.
So yeah, join us next week where we will be watching yet another movie.
Yeah,
TBD.
We're not sure yet.
Follow us on our socials or let us know in the comments what you want us to watch next. And with that, Travis, we'll have to see you at the boobies.
Roll the credits, you weirdly attractive burn scars on the back of Jamie Dornan when they showed him for like 2 brief seconds. And I was like, okay, I will.
Hot hamburger meat.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Heart of Stone. Bye. Bye.